The Seattle Seahawks season is over. The Seahawks are going to collapse, and they are going to lose their final game of the season against the Arizona Cardinals. They already lost against the San Francisco 49ers. At the end of the day, this is Larry Fitzgerald's last season, and they may send him out with a victory over the biggest division rival of the Arizona Cardinals. And let me walk you through what Roger Goodell is seeing here. Let me give you 15 seconds to, take into consideration who's going to win the big matchups. Chiefs, Seahawks, Saints, Steelers, and Ravens, Chargers, and Redskins, Titans. The other game, the Texans and the Eagles. So here are the winners. Here's the script. Let me walk you through what Roger Goodell and what the NFL are going to show you guys. So here, let me show you first why Larry Fitzgerald is going to win his 113th game against the Seattle Seahawks. It is because spoilers equals 113 in gematria. At the end of the day, Arizona is going to spoil the Seahawks' playoff hopes away on the road. They're going to do it with the rookie. They're going to do it with everyone the final week of the season. Don't forget, too, that this is going to be payback for Phil Dawson missing the field goal against the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to link the highlights of the first game in the description tab. The Cardinals could easily have that game early on in the season. So let me walk you through the script here. The script, game by game, in Week 17. The Patriots are going to win. I have to go with Baltimore here. The Saints are going to lock up the number 1 seed. Miami at Buffalo. Philly's going to win here. Eli Manning, they're going to send this guy out with a victory, I think. Steelers here. The Colts are going to, Andrew Luck has never lost to these guys, so he's going to beat the Tennessee Titans here. I have to go Detroit over the Green Bay Packers. Packers got to finish 6-9. I can show you why the Packers going to finish 6-9. It is because Green Bay Packers equals 69. It is also Atlanta and gematria that equals 69. It was the Packers that lost the last game at the Georgia Dome. So this is what's going on here with the 69 and the Green Bay Packers for the rest of the way. Houston with the win. Atlanta, San Diego, is in number 1. But then Kansas City is going to beat the Oakland Raiders. This is what's going to be the playoff implication kind of games going on. And then we have the Rams beating the 49ers. We've got, Philadelphia is going to make the playoffs here. Nick Foles and company. And then Minnesota, let me show you what exactly is going to happen here. The Vikings going to beat the Bears. They're going to knock them out of the chase for home field. But here, it is Arizona that's going to knock out the Seattle Seahawks out of the playoffs. If the Seahawks win against the Cardinals, they're in as a 6th seed. But at the end of the day, the NFL wants the Philadelphia Eagles and Nick Foles in the playoffs to defend their Super Bowl hopes and to put late money on Philadelphia to repeat as Super Bowl champions. So I want you to notice here that the Colts and the Eagles both have the 6th seed. It is the Eagles that won Super Bowl 52. It is 6 in gematria that equals 52. But also, I want you to keep in mind the last time the Colts won the Super Bowl was Super Bowl 41. They ended up beating the Chicago Bears. The prior Super Bowl winner was Pennsylvania, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Colts are going to win Super Bowl 53. The prior Super Bowl winner, Pennsylvania. There is your riddle right here. The last team to win the Super Bowl before the Colts' last title, and the last team to win the Super Bowl before the Colts' next title. Philadelphia. Frank Reich. Philadelphia Eagles, head coach of Indianapolis. Number 6 seed right here. Here's your secret tribute. Now here, I want you to notice something as well. Philadelphia, at the end of the day, I think would lose against the Chicago Bears. And Minnesota would end up beating the Dallas Cowboys. What you're going to see here is payback for the Minneapolis Miracle. Because number 2 goes up against number 3. And then number 1 goes up against number 5. Number 1 and number 5, right? 15. It's a lot like Atlanta. And when you look at that, too... where's my mouse? There we go. All right, let's get back there. So here, number 5 against number 1. We can see payback for the Saints at their home field against the Minnesota Vikings. This is a snapshot of what to expect here for the playoffs. And here, I would be very surprised if this is not the playoff field. This has to be the playoff field. The Seattle Seahawks are going to collapse against the Arizona Cardinals. And, once again, they can send Larry Fitzgerald out with a victory, which reminds me, too. Let me see who was the first team the Cardinals beat with Larry Fitzgerald as a Cardinal. The Cardinals lost 10 games. Let's see. I'm sidetracked here. Let me go down to the schedule. Okay, the first win was actually against the New Orleans Saints. The first win wasn't against the Seattle Seahawks. So maybe he comes back next year. I don't know what this is saying, but this is a possible sending out. At that point in time, after the Seahawks game, he wouldn't know if it was Larry Fitzgerald's last game, but it would set a narrative of, can the Cardinals send Larry out on a high note? And that's what you can ultimately see here at the end of the day. So sorry, guys. Sorry, Seahawks fans. You Panther fans. Your guys fucking run, man. These guys took a dive. These guys took a dive because they were not in the commissioner's plans. The Seattle Seahawks are not in the commissioner's plans as well either. And, you know, they don't even trust Russell Wilson. I have Chris Carson on my fantasy team. He was big time last week. So, yeah, that's what the commissioner wants. And the Vikings and the Saints, I'd be really surprised if we don't see them again. And I will be stunned if the Eagles are not in the postseason.